Yeah, good morning. I'm going to be walking a mile with Brenda McKnight and Torrin Staples, who together as a musical duo are called Metamorphosis. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning, Joe.
How are you?
Good. How are you, man?
We're doing well, doing well. So you've got some exciting news, I hear.
Yes. So Ms. McKnight and I have won an award.
Yeah, tell me about it. What's the award?
So the award is for Artist of the Year. It's through Remedy Music here in Saskatoon, run by Christine Johnson, and that is happening on October 25th.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
we've come in second place.
yeah, nice. So what did you do to get this honor?
So basically, with this award, um, you just have to write how many shows you played,
I see.
Yeah,
and how many. Go ahead, B.
it was based on shows that we played. There was also other ways to get points. For example, let's see, there was volunteer work. We were allowed to use volunteer work, being active in the arts community, having our single release come out. We had several single releases with another project as well as an album release, release collabs with somebody else,
Yeah.
being featured on shows, mentoring other artists, being signed to the Remedy music label, which we are, participate in the music community, promoting the Remedy label, advocating for mental health, and recording an original song
Yeah.
and release an album. So with
Yeah,
another,
so I know that you guys recently released a single, Jonathan's
we
Curse.
did.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jonathan's Curse. Why don't you tell me about that?
Okay, Tori, you want to talk about Jonathan's Curse a little bit?
Sure. Well, it happened to come to us when we were on a writers' retreat at a cabin. The mood was very ominous, very dark. It was raining, and um, we just had this kind of creepy vibe because it was like close to Halloween, and we heard these coyotes howling
Yeah,
At the
um,
moon? Yeah.
at the moon, and I just came up with this really interesting riff with kind of a diatonic chord.
Yeah, sort of very uh, medieval kind of renaissancey sounding, and we just kind of kept throwing out ideas and adding to it, and we came up with what we think is quite an interesting story song, and getting really good reviews from that. So
yeah.
yeah,
So is Jonathan a fictitious character, or is it?
he is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
So what is the song about then? I mean, I know you've set the stage a little bit in terms of its
Okay.
it you know it.
It's about a man that's had a lot of troubles and problems in life, and not lived the best life or been the best to other people, and a lot of regrets. And he comes upon this witch who promises that she can, uh, make him healed and make him happy and make his soul all better. But as it turns out, you shouldn't trust a witch, and there's always a price to pay. So he finds out. Well, you'll have to listen to the song to find out what happens to
He was tricked.
Jonathan. He was tricked by the witch, just say. He
So
gets what he wants, but he also doesn't get what he wants.
yeah. And so this song, Jonathan's Curse by Metamorphosis, is available on pretty much all streaming services.
It is, yes.
Yeah,
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music,
nice.
and you can even use it in your stories or reels on Facebook and Insta.
Right. So now, do you guys have plans for more recordings?
We
Oh yeah.
certainly do. We've already got two other songs that we've written together, and we will be doing some recording in September. We're planning to finish at least a three-song EP by the end of the year,
Yeah, and you're doing
and then
all.
we've got tons and tons. We've got more originals we want to record after that, and tons of stuff that we're kind of working on right now.
Yeah. And you're recording all of this stuff at Remedy Music?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys have been busy. So why don't you tell me about a little bit about how Metamorphosis, got established?
Okay, Torrin, you want to go ahead?
Hey, well, we can both go ahead.
Okay,
So
well, we met through the music scene, Torrin and I, probably around maybe 5 years ago.
We met in 2019.
Yes.
Yep.
And we jammed a few times together at the Buds Jams, and then Torrin asked me to share a stage with him at somewhere else. So we did that a few times. We played individually, and then we also ended up playing a few songs together. And then we basically decided to form this group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
About a year and a half or so.
well, yeah, because like it was one night we'd decided to host VPs. I wanted her to become my co-host.
Oh,
That's kind of when the band started, I think.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because like I initially like we didn't even think about that. I was like, you know what? I just want you as a co-host.
Right.
And then it's like, oh my god, we're a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know, Torrin, you play lots of blues guitar, electric guitar, and acoustic guitar. Brenda, you play percussion and guitar and vocals, and you both share vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now maybe talk a little bit about your writing process.
Okay. It's a little bit different each time, but sometimes we just come up with, like, Torrin might come up with a melody, and we'll just sort of see what that feels like, and
Or
sort of
Brenda
throw
will come up
ideas.
with lyrics, and
Yeah.
I've already got a melody in my head ready to go. That's actually how it happened with one song.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so both of you are both lyrics and both music, or how does the
Yeah.
collaboration?
Oh yeah, it's
unfold?
50-50 typically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what are the other song ideas that you've got percolating?
Well, we've got two more that we're ready to record. One is the first one we wrote together called Phoenix Rising.
Yes.
And then the last song that we wrote together a few months back is called King of Diamonds.
Say, what was the title again?
King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those ones are ready to record, and yeah, and like I said, we've got lots more ideas, melodies, and lyrical ideas to put together over the next coming year as well.
Yeah. So are there any thematic links to these songs? Like, is there any sort of underlying theme?
There really isn't. They're all very different topics, very different styles. We don't plan to write in a particular style. It's just kind of whatever comes out. So, like Phoenix Rising, for example, is more of a rock song. And then the other one, King of Diamonds, is sort of it's another. Well, they're all kind of stories, but it's a little bit of a different style too.
Yeah, yeah. Now, if people were to say, well, what genre do you write in for the most part? What would you say?
We would say probably rock and alternative.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A little bit of experimental.
Experimental, yeah.
So now the name Metamorphosis, how did that come about? You call yourself as a duo Metamorphosis. How did that come about?
Well, it didn't come easily, I'll tell you that. We were just trying to figure out a name. B, do you remember how it came about?
Yeah, we just kept throwing around name ideas, and we were, trying to come up with something that kind of suits us and feels like it's us. And when we came across the name Metamorphosis, we thought, well, and we saw a very cool image too. Instead of a caterpillar going into a cocoon, it's a human being coming out of a cocoon with wings on it. And we felt that represents us very well as we're growing together as musicians and as people and human beings, and we inspire each other, we make each other better, we motivate each other. So yeah, we're kind of like, you know, we're going through the stages, and we've got our wings, but we're not fully developed yet, and that's kind of the premise of Metamorphosis.
Yeah, so you're kind of modeling the name of your group.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So so tell me the role that Remedy Music played in your sort of collaboration.
Sorry?
Well, that's a really interesting point. They, geez, I don't know why I'm stuck. Um, I would say that they've given us quite a bit of opportunities and platform to release music and to build our fan base too, as well.
Right? You've played at some of their gigs.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
played at LB Distillers
Yep.
on 47th Street, and we've played at Stumbletown Brewing Company, and played through the Capitol quite a few times through them.
Right, right.
Yeah, they've offered quite a bit of gigs, and another thing is a lot of the Remedy people. The part of being on the label means that you have to support other artists.
Right.
So we've definitely gained a lot of artist support for
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And we also tried to get other people opening for us as well. So people like Shelley that and others that we've given opportunities to open for us. And yes, it's not only the sport. Remedy is also highly focused on mental health and well-being too.
Right.
Through music and art, and they do have a school as well too, a music school as well. So
right, right.
And they do have the recording studio as well. So
Right.
yeah, we're very proud to be with Remedy. We've been with them for about a year, and we will most likely be signing with them again this year as well too.
Yeah. So would you say that there's a bit of a community around Remedy?
Definitely, it's like a family.
Sure.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, it's definitely a family, and I think it's one of those things that's just going to keep on growing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now, how is it that you practice and rehearse? Is it like, are you really disciplined about that, or do you?
we're not very
disciplined.
disciplined. We do try to get together once a week, or sometimes we skip a week, but we do try to get together once a week or every 2 weeks and do a little practice. But we're not super formal about it or anything. We're just like quite in tune with each other that even at gigs, like we generally don't have a set list. We usually just wing it whatever we feel like, in the moment,
Right.
and that seems to work for us.
Right. Right. So you've got. I know that you've been quite busy performing. So what gigs do you have lined up?
Oh, well, how much time you got? We actually have a gig Saturday at Black Rose Whiskey Club.
Yeah.
Our single release.
Yep, we've got.
When is the single
Club on September 7th?
When is the single release?
This Saturday, September 31st.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, August 31st.
Yes,
August
31st. Right. Yeah. Okay. We won't be airing before that, but
that's okay.
Yeah, and I know that you have also had other musicians perform with you. What's that like?
Like, that's actually really fun.
Yeah, we enjoy playing with other musicians all the time. It's everybody's different and has their own style, and we love collaborating with other people as well too. And
Yeah, yeah,
we do have several other projects as well. We've got a band called Phoenix Rising, which
right.
is Torrin and I and Terry Bear Linklater.
Okay,
And we are also in a band with Just Dave. He is a rapper and singer. And when we play with him, we're Just Dave the band. So we've been pretty active with that as well too.
right.
I'm also in a world percussion group called Rhythm A Go Go.
Yeah,
Torrin has the Torrin Staples Project, which is kind of a bit revolving with other people.
yeah.
It's basically who I can just find on that gig.
Right, right. So it's kind of, yeah. So you're just sort of open to playing with a lot of different people.
Yeah,
Well, that's
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So now, October the 25th, that's when the awards are being handed out at.
Yeah.
That is correct.
No,
It's I believe it's a $20 tickets in advance, 25 at the door typically.
yeah. And where is
Yeah.
that? Where is that being held?
That's being held at LB Distillers.
Yeah,
It should start at around 7 or 8 p.m.
yeah. And
We'll be promoting that and selling tickets for that.
So make sure you like our page on Facebook, Metamorphosis Band, if you
right,
find this interview entertaining.
right. And so there'll be quite a number of performances. Who else is being honored by Remedy?
Baker Gray is third place from us, and Best for Last is Out of Frequency at first place.
Yeah. And so who won the first prize? Do you know?
Out of Frequency
Yeah.
won first place. They worked really, really hard this year as well too, and
Right.
they're just getting themselves out there as well. But
Yeah.
so it was last year at the awards ceremony, Torrin and I decided that this year we were going to win something that we wanted to be in the top 3. So we're very proud of ourselves to have made it into second place this year.
You set a goal and you achieved it. Yeah, good for you. Oh, that's amazing. So it's not just about the music, as you pointed out. It's about supporting other musicians, contributing to the community.
Exactly.
There's a mental health underpinning as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, congratulations, you guys. We've just about walked a mile, so
Awesome.
we've just about done it. And anything you'd like to add to this before we say goodbye?
No, just check out Jonathan's Curse. We do have 2 versions. We've got one that is a deluxe version that we had our friend Corey Morgan play the percussion on, and another singer, which we can't say his name. It's a surprise person for legal reasons. And then we've got a version with just Torrin and I playing because we liked both versions, so we decided to release both. It's doing pretty good since we put it on YouTube. We've got a little over 300 views, and it's on all streaming services. So have a listen to that and come down to Black Rose Saturday.
It's not going to be aired.
Yeah, this doesn't air. We won't be airing this until it'll be an excerpt from this. It's not the total interview, right? So, but the total interview will be online on YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, listen, thanks you guys, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much, and don't forget to check out Metamorphosis Band on Facebook.
Will do for sure. Take care, Torrin. Take care, Brenda.
All right, you too, Jill.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Joe.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.